Now here to talk about the big bacon roll. Not quite, even though that's what Shat would rather talk about. But no, we're here to talk about Philip Clement. Big Phil needs to go. And yeah, we're going to get stuck straight into him now. I mean, I think he'd be as well with a bacon roll in the dugout at Rangers at the minute. There's a lot to get into. There's a lot of depressing stuff from Philip Clement. It's just, what is there to say? We'll get into his presser because he was speaking today to the media. He was speaking yesterday to the media. All right? But we're going to speak today about Big Phil. Because, I mean, the title says it all. What does the title say again? What do I call this? He's a liar. He's a clueless liar. He needs to go. The board as well, and the players. I'm overreacting again. Come on, Stephen. Are you done? I might say it's almost done territory. Protests, boycotts. It needs to be brought back. No, actually, what are the people thinking that booed the Union Bears a month ago? They must feel pretty idiotic right around now. But that bacon roll, that will be found out soon enough. I'll let you know. Fid coming soon on that. Did I hear Gerrard could come back? I'm praying for Steven Gerrard to come back, my friends. I'm down on my hands and knees. And I know you don't go back, but I think we need a time machine, actually. What about the refereeing? We could talk about the refereeing. Here, I've already talked about the refereeing. I said it would have been one of the biggest robberies in the Scottish Cup if we managed to go through in that. It would have been an absolute embarrassment if we went through, because never a penalty. And you know what? I would have actually, as much as I'm feeling sorry for myself right now and the sorry state of this football club's in, it would have been a disgrace last night about that Queen's Park if that knocked them out, because we've seen it last season. Coventry, they got robbed with a decision against Man United in last season's semi-final, and it would have been just as bad for me. Would have been, but here, Big Ferry, he stepped up to task, didn't he? And he put it into, we didn't put it into the back of the net, but he stepped up to task and done. So let's see. Let's read a few comments and we'll read what Big Phil has to say. But the title says it all, folks, right? Big Phil must go. That obviously must go, but he's not going because we're skint. That's the only reason. I'm seeing that Patrick Stewart, I keep calling it Streck. What's that song in Streck? I can't remember. Shrek. I am just slurring words here, but you know what? I'm ready to go to war over Big Phil. So the board said there isn't, but yeah, but is there? They could just be saying that. You know what I mean? They don't maybe come across as skint. Losers whine about their best. Well, Philip Clement certainly whines about our best. I'm just talking about a rebuild and we lost to Queen's Park, folks. Come on. Who's financing Slippy coming back? Here, he earned enough money over in Saudi Arabia to come back. You know what I mean? I think Stevie G would come back to Rangers in a heartbeat. I think he would. I think he would. I think he's the only guy that would probably take the job right now, man. Look at the state. Honestly, it's a sinking ship. Tavtanik, the captain of the sinking ship. Yeah, I didn't even read that comment, but that makes total. I mean, we haven't even gotten the James Tavernier. Barami. What about Nadim Barami? Team is no fighting. Clement does not get it. No, he doesn't. It's just, you can talk about possession. You can talk about shots on target. You can talk about to the cows going home, brother. But it's the biggest wee club Stevie G's ever managed. Yeah, it's the biggest club he's ever managed, and we need him back. You know what I mean? I'm seeing people onion badge Rami shite. Will I ever get to this bacon roll review? We will. Right? There's a video coming on that soon. All right, guarantee it. We flog on the coldest day of the year. You'll see my bacon roll in it. All right. I know everyone's looking forward to it because it's more interesting what Rangers could do. But I mean, touched on this earlier in the Fog Football video. I don't think it's actually set in with quite a lot of people. Let's there's going to be a draw tonight, right? St Mirren against Hearts, and no, I'm not talking about a 2 weeks draw. I'm talking about a quarter final draw, and we're no in it. And Queen's Park are in it. Our season is done, folks. We're a third of the way through February. We're in early February, and we've nothing to look forward to. Nothing. A Europa League run it's not going to run. We need to call it a walk. You know what I mean? It's just, I've already answered that Kevin Owens Boyd joke, but it's Kevin Owens, damn it. Give me Chris Boyd every day of the week. I like Chris Boyd. But domestically, it's over. Domestically, it's snookered. And we're keeping, see if we sacked the manager, right? We brought a new guy in and we tried out different stuff for 3 months, 4 months. That's as good as it's going to get. See, keeping this guy and doing the same old, and they're refusing to learn. I honestly, how many people can actually bring themselves to go into the game, let alone actually watching it? It's crazy. There's nothing. There's, as Ian Beale said, there's nothing left. There is absolutely nothing left, folks. I mean, what is there to do domestically the rest of the season? At both cups, the league is dead. This has to be the flattest end of a season ever. And we've had a lot of flat ends. You know what I mean? Pancake Tuesday. This takes Pancake Tuesday to the next level, my friends. Man, it's just I don't understand what's next for I just don't understand. I know, but we can talk about Gerrard, right, and the tax man due to the Saudi money. Jota's back. It's not been 2 years since he left Saudi, so obviously there can be things around that. You haven't lost in Europe yet. Yo, we would have to win the Europa League to even half attempt to make up for this. I don't care about getting the Europa League final right now, man, or a semi-final. What's that do? What's that actually do? You know what I mean? We're out. There's no going to do it. No, and we aren't winning it. I agree, we're not going to win it. Here, could get an easy run, could get to a quarter, could get to a semi. Don't. Domestically, man, it's an absolute disgrace that we are out of everything, man. And big Philip Clement sitting there lying to us. No sense of accountability. The guy's a fraud. I'm done. I am done with the guy. Honestly, I don't think I'll be back with him managing. I can't stand him. He's a fucking liar. I hate liars. And Big Phil is the epitome of a liar. Folks, that is Ibrox is going to empty. I mean, it was already pretty empty, by the way, yesterday. At kickoff, but it's just tragic. What is there to really else say about it? I'm glad I wasn't at the game. I'm glad I wasn't doing a watch along because I did lose the head. I mean, I was. What is there to say, man? Big Philly Phil. He's had a bad weekend. He has had a bad. He is no, but he's a liar. I can't stand him, man. I can't stand Big Phil. You should do a special with Steely. You're all right, big man. Clement didn't lie about anything. The board misled. I can sympathise him with that. The board, but then he's had like 20 million to spend. You know what I mean? But we can talk about the board, right? And the board are very much to blame about a lot of things. The board aren't to blame about beating Queen's Park, right? And you know what? I would probably argue yesterday it's more down to the players than Clement. But Clement, this is just one defeat that he can't have on his record. The subs were brutal. Bringing on Ridvan Yilmaz for Yanis Hadji, who was like one of the only few players. And I would probably say my three favourite players in this Rangers team are Hadji, Tierney, and Igamani. If you actually watched the game yesterday, they were the only free trying. Only free trying. Anytime they lost the ball, they would run like 25, 30 yards back, try and win it. They would try and drive it was like pass the ball to them and hope for the best. Barami looks like a bigger waste of 4 million than the guy in the Royal Infirmary. That's Oscar Cortez for everyone that doesn't know. That guy, Diamonde, missed about 7 clear-cut opportunities. John Suter coming on for Rafael. I mean, a lot of hate towards Rafael Fernandez, right? Was he good? No, because he didn't have anything to do. I mean, honestly, they had one chance where they fizzed it across, but we can see that a goal with Suter on the pitch. And Jeffy, you can kiss goodbye to his move to Chelsea. He's shite. I can't believe I did a tier list the other day putting him in the good category. He is bogging. He needs to be played as a left mid. He's not a defender. Same with Yilmaz. Well, Yilmaz can't pass or shoot. At least Yefty can pass a ball and actually make decent runs. Just crazy, man. Architectures. Where's Abdul? I don't know where he is. I don't know where he is anymore. What about the referee? Yeah, Yeah, we can talk about the referee's decision, right? It was never a penalty, and I actually think the fact we got 2 corners after the penalty was a bit of a joke because why? The whistle got blown in like the 95th minute. You added 5 minutes on it. Should have been a GFD bag. GFD's too hefty. It's shite. 20 million. Yeah, we're not getting 20 million for GFD. We can reel that in. But I want to dive into Philip Clement's comments. So that's apparently this is what he said. This is what he said today. Right. No, I don't expect talks with the board because you can put another manager in this game. Would it be different in that sense? So what was yesterday? Progression was made. Top 8 in Europe, more consistency in the league and all these things. They don't change in 90 minutes. End of quote. Right. I would like to think he says you can change the manager. I'd like to think if we put Pep Guardiola or, Sir Alex Ferguson in this Rangers team yesterday, I would like to think that they would be able to get this team over the line and beat Queen's Park. But if Big Phil wants to gaslight me and try and get me to believe that we couldn't have defeated Queen's Park yesterday with a different manager, then who's he kidding on? No, seriously, like, does he think every Rangers fan has like a single digit IQ? Some people could answer that, but no, come on. I mean, that's like he's treating the fans like we're simpletons. There, he's speaking to us like we're no right in the head, and it's undermining and it's belittling the entire fan base by turning around and saying something like that. That's ridiculous. You can't turn around and say that because come on, fucking hell, man, you need to wise up. He said, I understand that the fans are in the emotions now. I know a lot of the fans were on my side 3 hours ago before the game. I know that. Right. I wasn't on his side. I wasn't on his side 3 hours before the game. Who was on his side before the game? No one was on his side. Everyone I've spoke to wants Clement out. I have not seen a Clement in. The only people that are Clement in are people that didn't want to sack another manager and waste like 5 million on it. See if getting rid of Clement was free, everyone would want rid of him. He's an absolute liar. Mikel Arteta, I wouldn't mind big Mikel in the door. I don't even know if Queen's Park are full-time. Clement's a full-time prick, though. I know that. It's just gaslighting here yet again. I mean, imagine actually pretending that all the fan base is behind you. You know what I mean? And even the people that booed the Union Bears off, right, in that protest, even the people that booed them, not all of them are going to be Clement in. And how are they feeling now? Yeah? I've already asked that, but how are they feeling? Yeah, Man United and Rangers. Two sides of the same coin, isn't it? But they won their cup game, we didn't. We are Clement fans. The guy's a legend. I think he's speaking about the wrong side of Glasgow. They're all his fans. They must be fucking colourblind then, Big Phil. Big Phil. Everyone still loves Big Phil? I don't think so. Right, what else did he say? I'm also angry and frustrated about our result and going out the cup because it was one of our big goals, our shortest chance to go win a trophy this season. We all know that. That's probably also one of the reasons that this team was nervous in the second half, because they wanted that so much, because they know how important it is for the club. Of course, it's unacceptable, this result. Clearly, that's unacceptable. We lost our composure. That's the main thing. We lost our cool in the second half to make the right decisions in the box. We had a goalkeeper against us who probably played the game of his life. So you need to take that on the chin, and it's a hard one to take. Again, we created enough to win 3 games. We didn't concede many chances. We get one shot on goal against us, and it's a goal. End of quote. Shite. Because you know what? They had corners, right? And they also had a ball fizzed across the box that could have easily ended up in the back of the net. So that's just fucking lies for Clement. Yeah, they had one shot that, BBC's, but all you need is one shot to win a game of football. Would I rather us have one shot yesterday and Queen's Park have 30, even though I'd still be questioning what's going on if that happened? Yeah, of course it would. I don't care about how many shots we have a game. See, as long as we win games of football, that's all that matters. There's no style of play. There's nothing. He talks about a goalkeeper, right? We have got quality in that squad for strikers, midfielders, even our fucking defenders, fullbacks, even though they're not fullbacks, they're clowns running up and down that flank. We've got the quality to put shots into the back of the net that goalkeeper can't save. I mean, fair play to Callum Ferry. Great performance, but was he tested ridiculously? No, it wasn't ridiculous. Last 20 minutes was a lot of pressure, but all he had to do was like flick, headers over the bar. And that's not me downplaying Queen's Park. Deserve to win. We're just disgustingly bad, but it's not like this guy was making a world-class save every 20 seconds because we were bombarding them. It wasn't like that. And also, see the pressure we showed in the last 10 minutes of that game? Where's that for minute 0? Why not put this team to the sword, get 10 goals? 10 goals, man. Couldn't get fucking 1 goal. Disgusting. Unacceptable. Right, what else did he say here for me to debunk? We were nervous in the second half. If this team's nervous, right, in the second half against Queen's Park, then you might as well fucking sack the lot of them, because how can you be nervous at home at Ibrox against Queen's Park? There's only one team that should have been nervous playing yesterday, and that's Queen's Park, playing at Ibrox away in a cup against a pretty strong Rangers team, pretty much strongest you could have fielded it. That's the team that should have been nervous, right? Not us. I mean, we are a team made up of internationals, guys that are worth a few bob. Probably literally, though, in that sense, because they're shite. It's just, come on. Big Phil. Mere pish than Marl call. I genuinely didn't notice us having 30 shots from where I was sitting. Hardly noticed us testing our keeper at all. What was the atmosphere like in the stadium, Blue Max? It didn't look fucking good. I called it, man, the 55th minute. I was like, we're not winning this. Fucking lo and behold, we didn't. All modern players, with a few exceptions, don't give a fuck. Rangers fans are still living in the 90s. Yeah, but I mean, I would argue across the board, a lot of fans don't care. No, players, sorry. Like, football ain't the same as what it used to be. But when you look across the city, those players get it, so why can't ours get it? Because they're shite. That's why they never get it. There should be protests. There should be boycotts. No one should return to Ibrox for the rest of the season, and not, we'll get 25,000 in the league games, but when we're in Europe, that's when we'll all turn up. That's the same mindset as these players. They only turn up in Europe. Man. Fuck Europe. Europe's pish. I understand European football is vital to bringing players in, but you clearly see that our players care more about the odd glamour tie against Man United and Tottenham than they do about winning trophies. And we can't be signing players like that, man. I mean, you look at them. Yo, I like Nico Raskin, but look at the way he was walking around Old Trafford. It's like a kid in a candy shop. Fucking thinking it was the greatest thing ever. It's like, no, you should be there to boss that midfield, which I thought on the day was good, but it's things like that that piss me off. You know what I mean? Come on. They're fleecing the fans for years. The AC/DC range, man. Highway to Hell. Fucking brutal. It got very toxic 10 minutes for the goal went in. There was some some boos at half time, but after the goal, it was chaos in the stadium. Some of the stewards I was talking to were flipping out at Clermont too. Well, I mean, I don't fucking blame them, man. The stewards going mental. Rashkin. Yo, I'm not saying the Queen's Park keeper had a great game, but I'm not buying this. Like, he was absolutely peppered and he made about 40 saves. You know what I mean? He really didn't. Great penalty save, right? Even if Tav did bottle it, and a lot of good saves for corners and shit. But it's not. We just weren't that good. We were shocking. You know what I mean? And that's me giving credit to Queen's Park. They nullified us, man. Callum Davidson played us like a fiddle through the stands at Ibrox, man. You know what I mean? Forget about the flute. He played us like a fucking fiddle. Rehearsed us, man. This team can't play against the low. You know, and see Callum Davidson, folks. That's a guy that's won more doubles than us over the past 15 years. I mean, it's crazy. It's fucking what? Callum Davidson getting a double with St Johnstone. And look at the state of us. I think I've seen it on Twitter. 3 trophies at the last 42. Do me a favour. I mean, fucking come on, as Roy Keane would say. What's that about? Yo, see Raskin scoring 2 goals. He's not an attacking midfielder, right? If that was like a Hadji or a Barami scoring 2 goals over 2 years, I'd be more concerned. I don't care about Raskin's goal return. That's not what he's there to do. But your players were afraid of the ball. Even we were surprised at it. Yeah, I thought they were a bit afraid of the ball. They were, you could tell. I mean, come on, it's right here. I'll tell you what, that's one thing I didn't fucking lie about. The players were scared. They weren't nervous. They were bricking it. Well, it's a cup game. Anything can happen. Brilliant, man. He made decent saves and saved a shite pen. Generally can't see where people are saying that he had a wandering goal. But no disrespect to him or Queen's Park. The better team won. Yeah, and I think that's it. I'm not saying people are being disrespectful to Queen's Park if you think he had a great game, but he did probably have the game of his career, right? Because it's a game at Ibrox, not Rangers at the Cup for Queen's Park. I mean, that's better than putting in a better goalkeeping performance at home against Gary McMorton, for example. But we didn't pepper them. It was actually embarrassing, man. Most of our shots at the side net or at the stadium, bouncing down fucking Paisley Road West. Shite. Have to say that Queen's Park player sent Yefty to the cleaners. What was his name? I can't remember his name was. Shotch or something? Shotch. Crazy, man. Fucking absolutely skint Yefty's pish. And it's all right me saying, well, he's better as a left mid than a left back. Even if he's a left mid, Jeffy would be still defending corners, and you still run the risk of conceding a goal like that if he's defending a corner. So it needs to be sorted out, man. Come on, what are we doing here? I'm telling you, what time is it right now? It's 3:45. How's this fucker no away yet? We're skint. Bogging. Unfucking believable, man. Yeah, Queen's Park player. I mean, he's better than Butland, the Queen's Park goalie. He would be, and that's a sad thing, man. All the greats of the past laughing at this fucking team because it's so bad. Well, not laughing, they're greeting, but they don't want to greet so they have to laugh. I mean, I don't know. See, losing away from home this season, there's an acceptance towards it, right? And as much as I called it on 55 minutes, I'm in a state of shock here that we're actually at the cup. Like, the season's dead. It's done. It's done. It's crazy, folks. It's actually done. You know what I mean? It's actually done. And he's lost to Queen's Park. With all due respect to Queen's Park, it's not even like it's Falkirk or Ayr. Two teams that are like, and then that wouldn't be acceptable. Like, but I mean, at least there are two teams that are actually good right now. Queen's Park are middle of the road, 5th, 20 points behind Falkirk. Done nothing really that good this season. Not quite what they were doing a couple of years ago where they almost won the league. And then there's just us sitting there. Big Phil, gaslighting us. Boyd's lost the head, rightfully so. Be interested to hear what a lot of people say, but what is there to say? He needs to go. But as someone said earlier, the Dortmund fan, I believe, the board have said we've got the money, right? We just got 5 million for Europe, euros. There's no way we can't afford to sack him. I just think the board's accepted it. I don't think I know. I mean, look at the state of the St Johnstone celebrations when we won 2-0 in August. I called that out at the time. Oh, you're a Celtic fan for saying that. I said we wouldn't win the league. Called a Celtic fan for that. I said the cup final was not good enough. Celtic fan for that. It's crazy, man. What is there to say? It's fucking the standards are down on the sidewalk, the pavement, the shitter. Done. Yeah, Queen's Park. You know what? If we played like Queen's Park, man, ain't Gio and Beale still on the payroll? It'd be funny if they were, but no, I don't think they are. And update, folks. There is no Clermont. And Clermont's no way. I'm sitting here in disbelief that when this draw hits tonight, man, numbers 1 through 8, warm balls, cold balls, nay balls, we're no there. We're not even a number. I'm hearing talk about Queen's Park getting guards of honour and all that stuff, man. The Rangers board are fleecing the fans. Doesn't matter what team you support. Fans work hard, they earn money to go to the games, and it's not good. I totally agree, man. I mean, what is the next game at Ibrox? I don't even know. I think it's against St Mirren on the 22nd. Actually, you know what? I've got fucking nothing else to do. I may as well look at the fixtures for Rangers. Obviously, tonight we've got St Mirren Hearts. Fucking, you know what? Partly to blame myself because I was fucking. I didn't give Queen's Park the credit. Maybe they were, maybe they deserved. I was not burying them, but I was like, but then we should have beat them easy, man. On paper, you should be beating them. I was like, I'm looking forward to the draw. Hearts are the team going out this week. Nah, well, maybe they could still go out, but I don't care who goes out. Nah, I want Hearts. I want Hearts in. I'm hearing good things for Hearts. Clermont staying for the 10 looks that way. Can't stand them. Let's hear what James Tavernier said. Unacceptable. See, if I hear disappointed, I'm firing this laptop out the window. That's it. So it disconnects. That's why, right? That's what he said. We can't be losing a game against a championship team at home. We can't be shooting at goal 30 odd times and not being clinical enough, and can't be just conceding maybe a couple of chances against us. Then we concede a goal, so it's unacceptable. It's rightfully so that the fans are aggrieved at us, and we've fully got to take it, be responsible for what happened. It's not good enough. It's another cup competition that now we're out of, and it's not acceptable that we can't keep going season after season, not picking up these trophies. So we have to reflect massively. Through the season, it's been inconsistent where we've had a run of good games, then we hit a speed bump. You can't do it as a Rangers team and a Rangers players. You have to be consistent throughout the season if you want to compete for trophies, right? Well, at least he didn't mention disappointed there because he might be disappointed. Terry Bola is the only man that can turn this pile of shite around. Yeah, get me Hulk Hogan in, man. Leg drops being fucking dropped left, right, and centre on this. Stevie, we know we're utter shite, but I think we can all agree, including rival fans, that no one saw that result coming. It's only opened our eyes so that these players can take. Yeah, that's it. Like I said earlier, if it was away, I know it would have been at Hampden, right? But see, we were away here. It's still unacceptable because of the championship team, right? But away in the Premiership, I went into games predicting losses and draws. That's just the reality of it. But losing at home, we've been good at home this season. Apart from the Leon game, right? I know we drew against Dundee United. The results have been good. To lose is fucking insane. I don't think enough's being made out of this. I know there's Callum Davidson goes ballistic. Rangers are atrocious. All those rehashed headlines for the Sun. But I think that to me that's worse than Progress Niederkorn. Honestly, because see Niederkorn, they were an unknown team, right, with no real European pedigree, but they proved a couple of seasons after it they were. I don't want to say all right, but I think on reflection, as shite as that was, I don't think it was quite as bad as it was once thought at the time. Don't get me wrong, I was fucking fuming at the time. But the Rangers team then was shite. It was much worse than the team it is now. When you actually compare it, I mean, it was consistent of a lot of duds, old guys. Kenny Miller running about at 47 or something. We've now got a game, right? No, the home game against Kiev was bad, but I don't really want to count the games at Hampden too much, even though they were fucking horrendous. But it's like, I think that game yesterday, man, I think that's one of the worst results in our history. I'll stick to it. Yeah, we've lost to the lower teams before, League Two and League One when we were doing there. I mean, it has happened. Let's be honest, right? But that Rangers team compared to this one, it's apples and oranges, man. This is a team full of internationals, a squad value of like what I think if we went on transfer market, it'd probably be near 100 million. Now we can debate till the cows come home if it's worth 100 million because it's probably fucking not. But it's crazy, man. And but like I said, you can just tell in a game of football what way is it going. And I said we were watching the game, me and Jambo about, and I was like, I can see Queen's Park winning here. I just can't see us scoring. Why'd you say us? You know what I mean? But I just don't see it. Just don't I think it's the worst. Would I take Finney Mack at range? Fucking course I would. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Tell you what, Clement shat on us all season, so Vince McMahon dropping one more load wouldn't be the worst. I seen Kansas City get beat. Mahomes concussion, first quarter, was it? I don't know. Didn't have a bet. Yeah. Walking doesn't work for him, brother. 100 glass bottles, Michael Beale. What is there? What is there, folks? What is there anymore? Is it all over? Queen's Park? Me trolling in the build-up, man. Oh, the real Glasgow derby. Fuck. I think everyone labelling it that got us beat because we don't seem to win them. Progress was in the Europa League. That can be more tolerated since we ain't favourites to win the tournament. Domestically, though, losing to Queen's Park is easily the worst in our history. Yeah. And like progress was bad, but I think you're right. That time we were a million years away from winning the Europa League. You know what I mean? But Jesus Christ. Yeah, but I it's obviously not the worst Rangers team ever based off ability. But that's what makes it even worse. If it was like the team for 2012, 13, 14 losing, there's an acceptance. Still be shite, don't get it wrong. But losing to disgusting. 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 And then we made that fid on Fog Football. Come on. Anything can happen. Fucking anything did happen, Big Phil, man. You absolute fucking fraud of a man. Um, oh Jesus, man. Well, what is that, man? I need to go through the fixtures, don't I? But again, doesn't matter. I mean, we've got 2 games left this season, 2 Europa League games. And that's it. Know what I mean? It's just bogging. And then it's like, you want to win a trophy, we have to wait to December at the earliest now to win a trophy because the Europa League's a pipe dream. You know what I mean? It's an absolute pipe dream. Queen's Park are better than Bayern, so you never know. But it's a pipe dream. See, waiting to December, they're not. Well, wait, I say waiting to no. The Europa League's a pipe dream, but waiting to December, that's a joke, man. That's an absolute joke. We have to wait to December, and even then. And I've seen a thing on Twitter. We're never going to catch Celtic again in terms of trophies. Yep, that's never going to happen. I had to stop the rut in December and we fucking bottled it. I'll stand by that. Let's see here. Factor in that we have a squad worth of 30 to 40 million. Queen's Park, on the other hand, they even have a squad worth of 100k. It's beyond humiliating. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? We can talk about Yefty being worth 20. I know that's piss take. Egamani worth this. It's worth more than that if you factor in with people's. But in terms, it's crazy, man. Thank you, Sean Hughes. An Aberdeen fan said to me, we'd be stupid to get rid of Clement because he's had a few good results recently. Haven't wanted to clothesline someone as much since seeing that bald fraud in his wee scarf. And Big Phil, man. Clothesline from hell, JBL. Shout out though, Sean Hughes, tenor super chat. I appreciate it. The champions of the Florida Cup. Nah, that keeper's worth 10 million, maybe. Queen's Park have more chance of winning the cup than Rangers have winning the Europa League. Yeah, honestly, it's probably close. I mean, because Queen's Park, they could get Livingston the next round, and then they've got 2 home ties, don't they? Hampden, folks. Technically, Hampden was a home tie for us. No, shite. It's embarrassing that the signs haven't been changed at Ibrox, to be honest. I know the songs, everything. It's just it's tragic, man. It's a remember when club. As Tony Soprano said, remember when's the lowest form of conversation. Who did he say it to? Polly. He said it to Polly. I think it was season 6, episode 16. 15? I don't know. Got a wee text message there for make me a winner. That's the only thing that could cheer me up. Text message about 20 fucking grand. 10 million or something. Come on, damn it. No good enough. No good enough. Right, folks. I could rant and rave all day, but I'll answer a lot more questions. I mean, I could talk for about 4 hours on this topic, man, but it's tragic. The state of it, man. Season's done. I don't even feel like talking about it. I feel like just going to bed and waking up in August when the new one begins, hibernating. But I'll never hide. I will always be here. Aye, they do. They play at Hampden. Of course they do. They're there every week. Leicester Hampden. No, they've played a few games at Hampden and I've watched the highlights. At your next AGM, Big Phil can sit behind the trophies, the Sev cows win and pretend they're his. That's what he'll do, man. That's what he'll probably do. Just get a job, keep busy. I'm always busy. No, they've definitely played at Hampden this season in some of the games. I've seen the highlights. If you go into hibernation, you'll miss WrestleMania. Thank fuck. You know what I mean? Thank fuck. I don't want to watch WrestleMania. WrestleMania is shite. Down since I'm in the basement, Os. If you know, you know. You should pick a championship team and see if they can win something for you. Yeah. I don't want Livy to win it, so I'll be looking out for that. There's always the Europa League, Stevie, pal. There is. Till the last 16, then we're out. Use the Europa money to pay off Phil. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm fucking saying. He needs to go. At this point, we aren't angry anymore. I know. It's not really angry, man. It was disbelief. Yes, I was shocked. I was angry, obviously, but I can't even explain the emotion. It was fucking. Well, it was shock because it's shocking. Drawing 3-each with Hibs or drawing against Dundee, getting beat by getting beat by St Mirren, getting drawn against Motherwell. It's not. It's not a shock. It really ain't. Tynecastle on Sunday. Tynecastle. That's a defeat waiting to happen, man. Lawrence Shankland will probably put us to the sword. Shout out Blue Mac. At this point, we're right. Yeah, I think I already read that, didn't I? He's away, but 2 point super chat. I appreciate it. You haven't paid off 2 of your last 4 managers yet. It's almost funny. Well, hopefully, how about we get all of them back together? We rolling contract for them all. Get all 4 of them in. Yes. You need your Fort William hat up here now, Stevie. It's near Ibrox temperatures up in the Highlands. Aye. Well, anyone that cares about that bacon roll review, I need to get the video edit. But it was what? It was minus 17 when I was on the train and the toilets froze. That's when I ate my bacon roll. LNER bacon roll, it's not that good. It was like 480 or something, 430. I don't know. It's pretty shite. I'm starving. By 2030, Captain disappointed. We haven't even get into this. See if you go to James Tavernier's testimonial, you're not a Rangers fan. That has to be the worst testimonial in the history of football, by the way. How can you go to his testimonial, guys? Come on. I wouldn't even go for 10 grand. I think it's an element of selling it. Seriously. I mean, he hands another trophy away. We can talk about who it's going to go to, right? And all that. But last kick of the game, Tav he has scored some big penalties for us. You'd be a liar to say he hasn't. Europa League, getting us there. But that's a penalty he has to score. See this whole deep breath and then the stutter and then shite. He's in the Hall of Pain. Fucking Mark Hendry needs to induct him into it. If you know, you know. Watch 46k attenders of testimony and a plot. They probably will, man. No, but see the people that booed the Union Bears. What are they doing right now, man? Seriously, like what? But then Union Bears yesterday, right? They're sitting there with their scarves singing. I can't remember. What were they singing? I mean, we're 1-0 down in the 95th minute and they're sitting singing. 4 lads had a dream. I think they were singing. I think that was it. I don't know. It could have been something else. Because I was too clinically depressed to even clock on to what it was. But it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? You can't be 1 minute protesting, burying the board and singing when we're 1-0 down. I've seen some people say they only go to sing. It's just, oh my God, man. The happy clappers, man. Fuck, how can you be a happy clap? It's a depressing clap. Honestly, even if we beat Hearts 6-0 on Sunday, what does it fucking do, man? What does it do? We could win 8-0 in every league game to the end of the season. And guess what, folks? We'll probably still finish 7 points behind. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It's a sad state of affairs when we can win every game to the season, keep clean sheets. I mean, all that does is, Big Phil, he's building something. Big Phil. And apparently if I call him Big Phil, that means I'm Big Phil in. I'll call him Wee Phil. He's the tiniest of wee men. He's a prick. The happy clappers, in fairness, have been quite silent after yesterday. They aren't even bashing the UB or the real fans. I've seen people on Twitter, happy clappers, turn around and say, but we've seen since the Nice game, he's been building. And yesterday was just one of those crazy results. Nah, because know why it's not a crazy result, right? Well, it is a crazy result. He's a bit. I know Phil is a big guy, but we'll get to his height in a minute. It's a crazy result yesterday, right? But how the game played out was exactly like any away game. Any away game that we've seen this season. Only difference is we don't create as many chances as that away because you're at home. So in terms of crazy, Queen's Park, right, got the VHSs out. They looked at it and went, "How Rangers shite, low block, and get straight in their faces." That's what they done, and they put us to the sword. And fair play to them. I mean, fair play to the Queen's Parks fans, growing up in Glasgow and picking Queen's Park. That you live for days like that. You know what I mean? You live for days like that. So I'm sure they're having a fucking great weekend and a great week, and they'll have, they'll remember this campaign forever, that sort of result. But for us, we're going to remember it for all the wrong reasons. Fucking shite. They'll bounce back. We on the board helping must be Big Phil. They know that you're better. Big Phil. Big Phil's only in a job because he's a yes man for the board. 4 mil pay pocket. He's no walking. Big Phil must stay. No. Oh, I'm going to clip that. He's a lanky streaker pish. He is. Right, folks, what else is there to say about Big Phil? I can't believe he's not away. I'm actually in disbelief, man. Come on, I am, but I'm kind of not. Start a GoFundMe with the Onion Bears. Gio and Beale were sacked for way less. Yeah. I remember on Fog Football, if you can remember, we made a fid about 5 months ago, maybe, talking about who was the better manager between Clement and Beale. And I turned around and said it's Clement, because you know what? He won us a trophy. Beale didn't. Beale's better than Clement. Man, I established this a couple of months ago. Beale did way better against, Ange's Celtic team. Actually closed the gap and went on runs where we went like, 15. We won like near 15 games in a row. And it's like, we're a draw in there. So not really 15 in a row, but you get my point. It's like, why did Beale get sacked? Even though I wanted Beale to get sacked, why is Clement getting so much time? And then Gio, Scottish Cup winner, Europa League final, Champions League, got through in the qualifiers, and he gets sacked 7 points behind. I wanted Gio to go at the time. My opinion of that does not change because I still wanted him to go. But the reality is, if you're going to give one guy all the time in the world, it had to be Gio Van Bronckhorst. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, man. And he wasn't backed. It was a fucking disgrace, that window. Absolutely. Yeah, but we can say Beale isn't better. The European form proves that. I couldn't give one less of a fuck about Europe right now. I couldn't. I would rather win leagues and never go through the group stages in European football again if it meant winning the league every year, going on 8 in a row, 7 in a row. Because realistically, European runs are fantastic. Folks, don't think anyone's ever going to dispute that. But do we want to be remembered as nearly men in Europe or people that win the league every year? That's what I want to be remembered for. You know what I mean? See, this time period, Celtic fans will admit it themselves. They haven't been good in Europe. They've not went on many runs. We've been to 2 finals in the time they've been to 1. What's been a better period? It's been fucking nails. And I've seen someone comment like, oh, Queen's Park only had 1 attack. So what? So fucking what? I seen that on Twitter. You only need 1 attack to win a game of football. Disgraceful, man. Did you have brown or red sauce in that bacon roll? I think the short refilled red. It was definitely red. It's tomato Heinz. All right. Try do it in the Champions League. Oh, we'll be in the Champions League next season when we win the double this year. Well, I kind of agree with you. Just Islamic State, because you know what? Seeing we won 55, I didn't mellow in it. I thought, right, we're going to win more. See now, man, fucking, I should have been living it up. See, you don't realize what you've lost till it's gone, and it's fucking well and truly gone. And there's no sign. There's no sign of it coming back, my friends. I think Clement brought up 30 shots 5 times in his presser. Let that sink in, Stevie. And you get the door. Let the sink in, man. Turn all the taps on. Big Phil. Black pudding is better. Here, roll and black pudding is my favourite roll, but I don't think LNER do them. I don't think they do. So I would always get a roll and black pudding with red sauce. Oh, that's brilliant. That's some good stuff. Roll and black pudding with a fried egg. See, I'd rather talk about food than come on. Old Firm died in 94. Blue Mac gets it. Blue Mac gets it. The Real Glasgow Derby was yesterday and we lost. I just, right, folks. Oh, God. Where are we sitting here? 45 minutes. 45 minutes. I'll try and get it to an hour. I mean, I can easily spend another 15 minutes burying this walloper, so we can do that. I'm going to check Twitter. What time is it? 7 minutes past 4. I'm assuming he was sacked, someone would have said in this chat before. I don't have a team, gave up in football years ago. You're just here for the banter, aren't you? Because Fog Football and myself, even though I am Fog Football. Fort William. King Billy. Stevie, Pedro or Phil? Pedro is bad, man. I'd probably go with Pedro. Fuck, can I go with Pedro? Yo, let's be honest though, right? Phil won a League Cup and didn't have to beat Celtic. All he had to do, it was Hearts and Aberdeen. Shitey Aberdeen. Not much has changed there, but no, I mean it's still a trophy, guys, and I'll take any Pedro, but any Pedro? And I'll take any trophy, I mean, any Pedro. Big Stevie Cool's the biggest draw. 79 views might suggest otherwise, but you know what? Yeah, big draw. I said just in Fog Football, I'd take Pedro and I still stand by it. Put it this way, if Pedro was in charge of this group of players, would we be worse off domestically this season? I don't think we would be. Pedro was clueless, so he was. End on a positive, Stevie. They did, aye. Trump don't like Pedro. Trump probably doesn't like Pedro Casinha. To be fair. Why did it take me an hour to get this stream up? Well, we finished that Fed on Fog Football, and I had to walk the dog, and I came back. So that's pretty much it. Didn't plan on the dog walk, but he was greeting. He heard the news that Big Phil was staying, man. He was fucking howling. I was like, this guy needs walked. Don't blame him. I'd be fucking greeting if I heard that news. I had nothing else in my life other than pedigree and 3 1 hour dog walks a day. Pedro never had a budget as high as Clement or Beale. He did sign the likes of Jack Morelos, though, which was brilliant. He did. Trump would send Pedro back because he was an illegal immigrant. Give it an R, Stevie. Phil could still get the sack. You're in the bath. That's good. Oh, they're soapy. That's fantastic. Did you have a good weekend apart from the footy? Not really, to be honest. I mean, not really, no. I can't really say I did. Didn't win any bets because I didn't do any bets. And what else happened? What else did I do? You know, all I've done is work. All I've done is work and bring the content out. Watch the. I mean, yesterday. I mean, I could have done a live last night, but was at the Mrs.'s house, so yeah, didn't do it. But I think it's a good thing I didn't do the live yesterday because I think I would have fucking exploded, to be honest. Oh, aye, absolutely. You going vegan? Never. I'm never going vegan. Barrage will win the cup. Brian. Chicken tikka, garlic naan bread, salad and sauce. Super scoreboard should be good tonight. Bet Alladay's hiding like McCoist this morning. Yeah, McCoist. He did hide. And that's Shaban. Well, really? Well, I hate when Jason Cundy does that, man. Someone commented on our Fog Football video, like about the women's thing in Alan Brazil, or basically saying that people about women's football and on about the fact that men are intimidated by it. No, and like that we wanted it stopped. When did I claim that anyone wanted it stopped? I would just like it getting stopped rammed down our throat. To be brutally honest, that's what I would like. You know what I mean? That's pretending that it's on par with men's football is fucking. It's not on par, nowhere near in terms of importance, and it's even further away in terms of quality. Well, fuck, even not actually importance. Flip that. It's pathetic, man. Sick of that. Off topic, but the other day I was in Ballock. Every dog was off its lead, which was really pissing me off. That's fucking shite. What sort of dogs? XL bullies? Tell you what, XL bullies in Dundee, man. Fuck, there's more XL bullies in Dundee than there is junkies, and that's saying something. I seen this one, it was like the fucking size of a horse. I was like, fuck, needs a fucking saddle on it. Alan's Brazil's a man's man. Absolutely. Agree. Tired of these soy boys pretends women's sports are the best thing since sliced bread. I know, it's fucking load of shite. It's just, who cares, man? Who fucking cares? And then like they're burying Alan Brazil saying, oh, but you have a granddaughter. I'm sure Alan Brazil cares very much about his granddaughter, right? And he will do all he can to make sure she can advance up the game in terms of the women's game. But the reality is, just because Alan Brazil thinks Manchester United's men's team means more than the women's team doesn't mean he hates his granddaughter's football career. Trying to spin something like that's fucking ridiculous. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? You could have a pal that's like an amateur boxer, but if you turn around and say, "Here, you're good, mate, but you're never going to be Alexander Usyk," oh, how fucking dare you? No, because that's just the truth. That's the reality. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. I seen Sam Kerr say that. See if the races were flipped in that situation. Oh, my brother, testify. XL bullies out all the junkies. I think they did. Full of junk. That's why they're like triple the size up there. Brazil's no playing to the left, Gantry and telling, yeah, and then you've got a Bonlahor who's missing about 4 chromosomes, by the way, just sitting there. But Ali, not Ali, Alan, you can't say that, Alan. Bonlahor, man. Where did he go to school, by the way? I think he did, actually. Just sitting there like an absolute fud. Is he no away yet? No, Aldo, he's not. We're waiting. I'm no clocking off till Phil's away. 3.5 years later, 2028 May time, man. Alan Brazil. Talk Sport. Alan Brazil. Jeff Stelling. Can we get Alan Brazil? Oh, I've already read that. But no, he's not away. Big Phil, he's not going anywhere, folks. Do I blame Ali McCoy for going hiding? I don't. But then he's probably just that pissed off. I don't even think it's a hiding. No, you see, right? It's easy for me to come on here because this is my channel. I can say what I want. Same with Fog Football. I can drop whatever swear word under the sun, say what I want. See on Talksport being wound up by that Shaban wanker. Oh, what about Rangers? What about the Teddy Bear? You fucking no wonder McCoy doesn't want to go at 6 a.m. in the morning listen to that pish. I don't blame him. Hearing rumours that he's supposed to be quitting. Nah, I'm not seeing it. What's the difference between an R and an R? An U, an R, and an R. I don't know. You tell me. I need to be filled in on that. O'Hara, Cundy, Bonlahor, Odshabby, Boring, Millennial. Is that what you were going with, the whole R thing there? I thought you were just using slang or something. Third-rate football. Yeah, I know. Cundy, man, and O'Hara. I know they're on the wind-up and they just do it to get, Rangers and Celtic fans in. I can't fucking stand them. Cost more to sack him. Sevco, will be an ex-Rangers man. We'll see. I'll say. Fella, would you quit a £1 million job when you get the sack you need to pay you off? If it was Rangers and I was a Rangers man, no. I would. Well, I probably would quit. That's what I mean. I would quit because I care about the club. But Clement's getting the connect. He can come in and go, I care about the club. It's just PR bullshit. I bet you Clement can't stand us fans, getting into him every week. But he's just got to put a brave face on, does Voldemort at the end of the day. It was loads of wee dogs, the white ones. I can't remember what they're called, but there was big ones like Retrievers and Doberman. But what you've got to bear in mind is, right, we can all say Clement won't quit. Clement's well off on everybody in this chat. You know what I mean? So if we were on like 30 grand a week, wherever Clement's on, a million to you. I mean, it's not pocket change to Clement. Don't get it twisted. But if we were managers at the top, well, top level in Scotland, and you're on that money, a million's not as much to you as a million is to me or you right now. And if you care about the club, then I think you might walk. But at the same time, I understand if people wouldn't. But factor that in. I wouldn't take him for any penny, man. I wouldn't, because I actually care. If I knew I was doing a shite, but I wouldn't be doing a shite job as this guy. I'd be going down swinging. See it full time. I'd have had Jefty up against the fucking wall and be like, "What are you doing with that goal?" And I stuck the head through Tav while I was at it, but then I'd be sacked. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't have mattered. Is it banter or is it not? Let's see. Well, comments. Tav's testimonial be so cringy. Yep. Well, I'm not going. Not everybody corners. We are like bloody Dracula with crosses. We are go missing. The goal was tragic, man. There's no loyalty in football anymore. Players jump to the rivals for an extra 10 quid. If being paid 100 million and results were going bad, I'd step down from Rangers for a second thought. But see, that's it. You know what I mean? It's very fair. It's unlikely these days that people are actually, you get a proper person, like a proper fan in the door. Here, we never really got to see it with Gio, right? And I'm not saying Gio is the biggest blue nose on the planet, but maybe if things got this bad with Gio because he's an ex-Rangers man, gets the club, maybe he would have walked. You know what I mean? Probably wouldn't have, but we'll never know. We've seen massive fan favourites in the past no walk and happily accept a paycheck. But some people could do it. Thoughts on FM25? Correct decision. No point bringing a game out in March. Football Manager was coming out. It was that late. Our season was already fucking over. Since 55, just be on a downward hill. Yep, downward slope. But Big Phil. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There's no news about Clement. Oh, he's trending. 14,000 tweets about him in the last hour. He must be on his way. Big Phil must be at the door. Chris Boyd, right now the Rangers fans need to know, is Philip Clement only there now because of finances? Looks that way. There's not really a Super Callum goes ballistic. Rangers are atrocious. That's a fucking real laugh. A real laugh. Patrick Stewart spoke to fans in hospitality after the game yesterday. He said PC is to be judged at the end of next season for fucks. I seen that. Oh, we can't keep sacking managers. But see, yeah, I think it was a picture somebody took. I'm not saying they're not real fans that are in hospitality, right? But I think the sort of people that go to hospitality, which is like what, you're looking at a couple of hundred there, most of them are dressed in suits. They're not the sort of guys that are going to do what the guy did to Tav outside Ibrox after the 3-0. You know what I mean? They're not going to be like, Patrick, fucking reel in this enterprise, son, and sack him. But it's like they're not. I don't think they're going to be hitting the hard questions like that. That should have been getting greeted with. Well, that's unacceptable because this guy's pish. We can't be going out to Queen's Park in the Cup. We're 13 points behind. I mean, he says the end of next season. I'd have been like, well, what happens if we're in the exact same situation this time next year, out of all competitions this early? Are we still giving him to the end of the season? And then I'd be asking as well, what does he need at the end of next season for you to keep him on? What does he need at the end of next season? What does he need at the end of next season to warrant keeping him? What keeps Philip? I think there's only one thing that keeps Philip Clement in the job for next season, and that's winning not next season. Keeps him in the job at the end of next season, and that's winning the league. And there's not a hope in hell he wins the league next season. I think everyone in this chat, right, who supports Rangers, if Philip Clement won the league next year, right, I think most of us would say, you know what, just see out the contract then. That's the only way. I don't care if we win a League Cup next year or a Scottish Cup. he still needs to go. He needs to go. The only way this guy can remain in the Rangers job post the end of next season is if he wins the league. And he's not going to do that. So what's the fucking point? I said this months ago. I said, gun to the head, if you ask Philip Clement, can he win a league at Rangers? And he had the answer 100% truthfully. He's saying no, because he knows he can't. He's a fucking fanny. He's a walking FUD. Who would replace him? You have no better options. Anybody, man. A literal bag of dog shit. My bacon roll. Anything. An object, man. Anything. I'm seeing people bury Ferguson to the end of the season. Mason said, how bad is this? It's fucking tragic, my friend. It's not very good. What if he wins the Europa? No, I'd still sack him. Even if he won the Europa League. I don't care. I know it's a monumental achievement, European trophies don't come around often enough. I'd still sack him. The damage has been done. Fuck the Europa League. I want to win domestically, right? I don't care about winning the Europa League. That doesn't matter. We got to a Europa League final and won a Scottish Cup and qualified for the Champions League under Gio. That got him sacked 7 points behind. So what should winning the Europa League get this guy who's needs to go? I don't care. I don't care if we beat Man United or Tottenham 7-0 in the final. He needs to go. It's done. It's done. He's a liar. He's gaslighting us. And he needs to go. And this is why I was raging when the people were booing the Union Bear protest. Oh, so was I. I was fucking raging. I can't believe it. I tell you what. I said at the time, that's probably the last time I was genuinely shocked when people were booing that. And then a month later, we get knocked out of the cup by Queen's Park. He needs to go. There's nothing. I don't care. Honestly, I'm not saying I don't care if we win the Europa League, because I will care if we win the Europa League, but we're not going to. But if we did, I still want him to go. I don't care about winning it for him keeping his job. He needs to go. Needs to go. Some things, it's done. It's done. As I said, and I think it was the Fog Football Review, right? If we were top of the league and we had won the League Cup and, we got knocked out against Queen's Park, it would be unacceptable. Like, look at Liverpool, right? They lost against Plymouth, but they're probably still going to win. They're going to win the league. They've got a good chance to win the Champions League, and they're in the final of the Carabao Cup. No one's calling for Arnie Slot's head. Look at Stety Osto. He needs to go. All right? It's that simple. It's that simple. That Queen's Park result is going to be remembered. That's going to last longer than most of us. See, 2040, 2075, when most of us are grey and decrepit, people are going to be like, do you remember 2025 when Big Phil's army fucking got bloody sunken by ferry? It's unacceptable. It needs to go. I remember being in the stadium that day Union Bear got booed. I said it in real time. It was appalling. The sheer amount of fans that booed a peaceful protest and clapped the shite performance. I know. I mean, I was there as well. I fucking couldn't believe it. I choked on my tea. I was like, what? What's going on here? What's going on here? Billy ding, Billy dong. Billy ding, Billy dong. All right, Clement's no away yet. Clement's no away yet. He's no away. Scotty Arfield had hat-trick, have him. I know. Arfield would walk into that Rangers team, man. And Bailey Rice, I can't believe he's absolutely... He has RKO'd him under the bus, punt kicked him, choke slammed him, you name it. Purposely... I think he told the fucking defenders no to pass to Bailey Rice, and I think he told Bailey Rice no to demand the ball. Bailey Rice just sitting there like a fucking passenger, man. And then gets subbed off at half time for Nico Raskin. Sub off Diamandi. Why don't you sub off the guy that missed about 5 open nets? It's just bogging, man. Absolutely. I just every sub was crazy. I mean, I think Dessers on for Barami was all right, because Barami's another 4 million didn't drain. I don't even want to get started on Barami. See if I see that prick Albanian football on Twitter trying to say that Barami's better than Hadji, I'll lose it. It's just, I don't get this allegiance that people have got towards people from their own country and just pretending that they're better than what they are. Barami's been one of our worst players this season. And trust me, there's been a lot. It's like, look how shite Dessers has been. At least the guy's got numbers to back his shite season up. But Army's got nothing, man. He's like playing with 10 men. Nothing, man. He's a shite winger. He's a shite cam. Has he scored like decent, correct, crucial goal? He scored the first goal in the cup final, but no one's going to care about that. We lost. He scored the goal against Motherwell in it. But you know what? Most of us starting up front or in the forward position for Rangers would be scoring like 2 goals a season because you're just he's shite. I mean, he was playing in Surrey B, weren't they? His team were in Surrey B. 4 million for my guy for Surrey B. And you know what? See if we'd sorted out the Hadji debacle, man, in the summer, we wouldn't have spent 4 million on him. But no, we pissed about with that. Well, we don't want to give you 2 pence more, Giannis, even though you're the best creative midfielder we've got and we're fucking all brain dead. Brilliant. Tell you what, if Hadji hadn't made his mind up about leaving before yesterday, PC put the final nail in the coffin. He looked utterly dejected walking off for a left, but I know Hadji was seething. I was seething, man. I couldn't believe that sub. That's somehow worse than the fucking Bailey Rice one, folks. I said it like an hour ago. Hadji, Tierney, and Igamani for me were like the only 3 that were trying. You know, they'd lose the ball, they'd run back, etc., and they would, they were the only players getting the ball to them and actually, doing something with it. I can't believe he subbed Hadji off. You know what I mean? And we had the week off. And then, did we hear what he said in the presser for the game? The team's not used to having a week off. They're used to playing every 3 days. I mean, come on. Actually using that as an excuse, the fact we got a week off. So what was the point then? Why not just let Union St. Galossi defeat us? Just let them defeat us. I mean, if you want the 2 extra midweek games, Phil, just let them beat us then. Why didn't he do that? Imagine actually using that as an excuse pre-match. Oh, we're not used to training this way. I had to put them through an extra hard. It's subbing Hadji off 66 minutes, man. And then like the subs, like where's Ninsala, by the way? Is he injured? Does anyone know? Not that we really need a centre back to win yesterday's game, but where is he, man? Maybe Hadji ain't all that. Is he the best midfielder we've got at the club? Attacking wise, you bet your bottom dollar he is. Maybe that's not that good. Maybe he's not that good, but he's the best we've got. So throwing him under the bus for shite isn't the correct way of going about it. You know what I mean? Now we can maybe do a game at some point, Jordan. But my team's pish. My team's pish. My team is pish. You need your best for Europe. Yeah, but and Hadji's been left at the European squad, apart from the recent one. I'm glad he's in it. No, Hadji does care, man, and he does. You can tell when he speaks about the club, he always looks the part. He always, gets what he wants to say across. He doesn't. It's just absolutely. Islamic State, you're getting stuck into them here. I know if you haven't qualified for a cup, we haven't got into a cup final in 20 odd years, but you did. Bailey Rice, he didn't have the best game, but the minute he went off, we lost the midfield battle. Another thing is that Clement promised we would see more of him. Was he lying? Probably. But see, right, Bailey Rice didn't have the best game, but as I said earlier, I actually think the team purposely set up not to pass to him. It was almost like it was instructed for that to happen. And it's like, right, why is that a thing? And how many times are we going to see this team get absolutely torn up after 45 minutes? How many games can this guy get wrong from the get-go? It's not normal. It's not normal to get the starting 11 wrong every match. And that's what he does. We are making like 2 or 3 substitutions every half time to try and fix the game. Bailey Rice should never have been getting subbed off. It had to be Diamondi. Diamondi missed so many chances, man. It was disgraceful. Don't understand it. Bringing Yilmaz on, man. I can't, honestly. And know what the thing is, right? We're 0-0 down, and I get it. There's not an insane amount of options. Why not switch to like 3 at the back and just push everybody forward? I mean, just continuing to play the 4-2-3-1, and then You know, you Diamonde in the cam having to do fucking. He was running about like a madman trying to get the ball. And he was doing nice wee balls through to Tierney and stuff. Dessers, man, that chance he missed last kick of the game. I don't think anyone's even addressed that. That was absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific. Apparently, the offer for Gino is 35 grand a week on a 3-year deal plus add-ons. Pretty sure Hadji is off ski. I'd be off ski as well. If I was Hadji, you know what I mean. And Hadji's proved it. He was in a great Rangers team that won the league a couple of years ago, right? Unlawfully, almost got fucking drummed out it, and now he's in with an absolute bunch of pretenders. Who will get sacked first? Phil or the Aberdeen board sacking Jambo Bear and Big Stevie Cool? We've turned it around. I think it's going to be Phil. Between Rice and Diamonde, you know, they put their heart and soul into that shirt and badge. Yep. I would go with Big Rice. I know it isn't just a complete dig at Diamonde, but we can talk about the subs coming on should have still made an impact, man. Ridvan Yilmaz has to be the worst goalie ever. Goalie? I don't know what I'm going on there. His stock is plummeted, man. You know, absolutely fucking crazy. Yeah, but Jack Butland, the goalkeeping, I don't think Kelly's at fault for the goal yesterday. But Jack Butland, folks, man, crazy. Blue Mac, I feel so bad for Hadji. He's working night and day to get back into the squad. He's thrown under the bus by that big, baldy Belgian waffle. Yep. And that's what it felt like. It felt like Rice and Hadji were getting thrown under the bus. Just don't understand it. And as a lot of people pointed out, we got worse in the second half. And I think that was down to Rice. Like, yeah, Rice didn't have the best game, but there was an element of control. To be honest, it's unacceptable. And you know what? I actually can't stand Philip Clement, and I can't stand most of those players. But let's just focus on the players. I don't care if Philip Clement was playing with a wooden rail set at fucking pre-match and not giving them instructions. Those players should be going out and beating Queen's Park. You know what I mean? I don't care if he was whipping out action figures, man, in the changing room and fucking about with them for half an hour. There's no excuses for this Rangers team not going out and beating Queen's Park. I don't care about instructions. I don't care about whatever. There's no excuse for. I mean, how many players ended up on the pitch? 16 when you factor in the 5 subs? There's no excuses for that, man. You have to be beating Queen's Park. Unacceptable. You know what I mean? Absolutely fucking crazy. What are we on about Nottingham Forest backed by English millions? I don't think Nottingham Forest won it with fucking millions back in the day, did they? Clement must stay in Tavernier. It's almost son of Scotland, though. I don't think you got worse in the second half. I think Queen's Park started pushing. Yeah, but they started to push because we lost control of the midfield battle. Our best 2 midfielders, people would say, because that's what they've started most of the games. Raskin and Diamonde lost a midfield battle against Queen's Park. It's fucking crazy. Queen's Park, 2 better centre backs than us on the day, 2 better full backs. They eventually won the midfield battle, and their subs actually won them the game. Crazy, man. What is there to say? If Rangers don't get the act together with the players as much as Hearts had a poor start to the season, new transfer policy also will bring in profit, and good signing good players might catch up soon. I think it'll take a few years for Hearts to do whatever, but it's like, see with Clement, Rangers have only regressed. Only regressed. You know what I mean? And the people that are anti-Gerrard, Gerrard took us from being absolutely nowhere. We are in a better place right now than we were pre-Gerrard in terms of an actual squad that I think we can get stuff out of. So I think if Gerrard came in, it would automatically get better. But with Clement, we're getting worse. You know what I mean? We've actually got so many talented players, right? And I know I just touched on the fact there's no excuses for the players, but it's not just that game yesterday. We've got so many talented players in this squad that are going to be fucking ruined under Philip. Look at Igamani. Guy was on fire, and this guy starts Dessers up front over him for like a bunch of games, and Igamani's confidence looks shot, despite the fact he was, still creating stuff yesterday. Tierney, Probably won't have him next season. Hadji probably won't have him next season. Igamani could be away in the summer. And it's like Bailey Rice, all these exciting youngsters, they could all be away if they're not getting the game time. And then who are we going to be left with? The same fucking dross, man, that's let us down time and time again. It's disgraceful. Let's see here. I've not seen anyone bring this up, but why the fuck he subbed Suter on when he wasn't needed? That's 2 defensive substitutions out of 5. He only made 4. Yo, but again, like I said, why is he not? I say switch to a back 3 and switch to a back 2. See when we're like 1-0 down against, 0-0 or 1-0 down against Queen's Park, right? 65th, 70th minute. We should pretty much have no centre backs on the pitch. We should just have attackers on, man. It is pathetic. It's actually pathetic, man. Not starting with 2 up top with the 4-2-3-1 that's just never fucking worked, man. This guy it'll never work. He's never learned from it. It's never going to amount to anything. Suter needs game time after the injury with European games coming up. Was Queen Park centre back not on loan? Yep, Adam Montgomery. Shite. That's it, Aldo. That's it. I don't really want Gerrard back, right? Because I don't think you should go back. But would he do better than Philip Clement? You bet your bottom dollar. And I think we're getting to a point where this club is in that much of a state, no half-decent manager's going to want us, and therefore you might just need to go back to a guy whose career's in tatters, and Gerrard is. Gerrard and Rangers, it's like a match made in heaven. Last time we were good, domestically really, was under Gerrard. The last time he was good as a manager was at us. So it makes a lot of sense. I would honestly, I'd take Gerrard back in a heartbeat. Is it the ideal option? No. I would probably, but then he knows how to win. You know what I mean? If you'd rather keep Clement over getting rid of or not bringing Gerrard in, then I've got to question what the fucking motive is. Do you want to see us suffer? You know what I mean? It's just commentators at the beginning saying Philip has turned a corner, then at the end saying he should see a improvement. Commentator, even Alan Hutton, man, he turned around and said something on Premier Sports. He turned around and said something on Premier Sports along the lines of, "Oh, they've turned it around recently, the away form. We beat Dundee United 3-1, the only game, right? And also in it, it was one of the worst 45 minutes we played this season, which is saying something. Yep. Rodgers worked, he came back. Yeah, Walter Smith came back, and Gerrard's no Walter Smith, but I would say Gerrard gets the club a hell of a lot more than the likes of the fucking Beale and Clement. So, way things are going, Celtic will win 10 in a row this time around. It's fucking crazy, man. Say they even get close to 10, say they get to 9. That's like what? 18 at the last 19 titles? You know what I mean? That's fucking. I don't think. And we're just sitting here fucking celebrating a wee shitey win against St Johnstone at Hampden, man, with the Union Bears. They're Brass Neck FC, that was fucking hell, man. Just ordered a big grill box for the Indians. You jelly? I'm no jelly. I've had an aching stomach the past week. I don't know what I ate. Wasn't an Indian though. Questioning my abilities. What else? Fuck, we've been going an hour and 18. I like this though. I like getting stuck in the comment, but I wish I was here talking the praises of the guy. I mean, there's nothing more I would love to be sitting here talking about how we're going to go and do stuff with this guy and we're winning things and trophies, but no, it's going to be. I want to see the next 4 months to June. It's going to be the longest 4 months ever. Did you watch the post-match presser yesterday? PC swearing, etc. He went on again about budgets. Fucking budget talk. You've just lost to Queen's Park. Fuck's sake. Absolute bell end. Yeah. No, I've already talked about it a bit, but talking about rebuilds against Queen Park, man. Should phone Super Scoreboard tonight, but you can't swear on Super Scoreboard. And I'm not saying you can't get your point across without swearing, but I'd lose the head. I would. Because see on Super Scoreboard, Duncan's ferry down the middle. You know what I mean? I guess he's kind of got. I'm not saying down the middle in terms of bias, but it's almost like they'll never agree with your point. Like they'll always make an excuse. Like I could come on and be like, Queen's Park can't be losing to them. Phil's got to go, and they'll be like, "But does Phil need to go?" No, of course he fucking needs to go. It's not even a matter. It's a fact. It's factual. I'll give you a super chat on Wednesday night if you go on it. You need to get past the host guy. What are you going to talk about when you go on? I'm going to talk about how fucking shite Phil Collins is. That's what I'm going to talk about. But yeah. Gerrard brings back a stability and a mentality. Yes, his record in cups is bad, but at least we had something about. Just listen to the way Gerrard spoke about the club, right? And he took accountability. He blamed himself for some results. Grit the teeth, man. This guy just doesn't take accountability, man. He does not take. He doesn't take accountability. I'm not saying we'd be all right with it, but see if you commit yesterday and went, you know what? I got that wrong, horribly wrong. I set us up the same way I've done for the past 18 months against a low block because I'm a fucking big buffoon retard. And it's on me. I'm sorry, troops. It's on me. I'd be like, Phil, handshake, fuck off. But no, he doubled down and pretended that it's all the players' fault. And I know I said earlier that the players have got to take a bit a lot, but they do. Of course they do. Like I said, Phil could have been playing with action figures for his team top, man. Sending fucking Thomas the Tank along the wooden railways because that's what he's got the mind of. That's what he could have went on and done. But reality is, the manager, you've blamed the players so many times in the past when it was you. Maybe the one time it's on the players, maybe you take that on your big fucking chin, son, even though it's still a lot to do with you. The accountability, we can talk about the board and they haven't backed him. The guy's had 20 million to spend. 20 million in the rags and riches of Scottish football should be getting you. You don't need, I don't get it. I don't need to explain to people how 20 million should be getting you past Queen's Park. 20 pence should be getting you past Queen's Park, folks. So we'll see. Well, this channel probably gets more views. I don't know. It's just crazy, man. Big Phil of cement. Big Phil of cement. Fucking hell. Polyfiller, man. You play FIFA, what happens when you blame the players in career mode to the press? The morale goes down. Not much, like you're still controlled, but if players' morale goes down, then their ability goes down. It's just pathetic, man. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And we live in an era where managers can't say too much, but then see Tavernier, he needs to hand in that armband, man. It's not even funny. He didn't say he's disappointed, but I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm depressed. He needs to, you know what I mean? It's just fucking. Gerrard took every bit of blame. We get beat 2-0 at Ibrox against Celtic. Come on, as though, but we had 15. I know. It's like it wouldn't be acceptable against any team, right? I mean, I think Clement's spewing this. See if we go to the Bernabeu, right, and lose 1-0, and Clement's like, oh, they're a quality team. We had a 15-minute spell with 2 shots on target. If we took that, we could have scored, but overall, pretty positive performance against I'll accept that. That's Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, folks, all right? Having a fifth. We all know about having a wee half an hour spell against Real Madrid and hitting the post, but not actually winning, right? We all know about that. So if we actually did that and he came out and spewed that, I'd accept that. But see this, we had 15 minutes. He said we tried too hard yesterday. I'm trying hard not to fucking laugh, Phil. I'm at my wit's end, son. What are you doing? I need to know. It's disgustingly bad. Anyway, we're almost at an hour and a half here, but yeah, as you say, Blue Mike, Gerrard always took. He took. Yeah, remember that game? That was the game. Jordan Jones gets sent off, wasn't it? So I'm staying to Phil's get sacked, man. I'm fucking winning. Yeah. Comont's probably told his wife we will go to Glasgow for 1 year. We will get a payout to move to the Caribbean. Fucking hell. Nah, he shouldn't be allowed to leave. Well, I say he shouldn't be allowed to leave. He needs to leave, but I don't even know where I was going with that, to be honest. He needs to fucking go. He shouldn't have been allowed to enter. That's what I meant. He shouldn't have been allowed to come in here, man. Kevin Muscat, anyone? Hulk Hogan? Anybody. Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was at the Super Bowl last night. Can we get Vince McMahon in? Can we get Vince McMahon in, folks? I know. What's this? We tried too hard. See, tried too hard. I think that's one of those things where if you, we didn't try too hard. I think we were trying too hard with about 5 minutes to go because that should have been at the start. Trying too hard works if you knock your pan in for the first 80 minutes of a game and it's like, oh fuck, we tried too hard in the first 80 minutes and we tired ourselves out and that's why we conceded late on because the legs had gone. That almost works if you're against a good team, but not against Queen's Park, man. Tried too hard. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting for Big Phil, man. Get the sharks out, get the barriers out, get the everything out. It's just crazy. No chance. That is what you got. No chance in hell. How much would I pay to hear that? And Vince McMahon came out and to fucking stone cold stunner Philip Clement back to Belgium. Sacked in the morning. Messi, Suarez, Busquets, and Jordi Alba were also at the Super Bowl. Maybe Vince McMahon was like, right, I've got a plan. Forget about the Super Bowl. Forget about Miami. It's all about Govan this time of year. I'm going to Miami. Robito around Miami, huh? Anyone? No? No, but yeah, Big Phil, folks. I've been talking for so long here. I don't know. It's only going to get worse from here. Only going to get worse. Only going to get worse. I don't even listen to Super Scoreboard anymore. It's just fellow Bears pouring their heart out, depressed by how shite we are. I do that enough. I don't need to listen to anyone else doing it. But, well, I mean, I did listen to the Rabble and CJ Novo, to be fair, but I don't know what they were doing. They were a bit boring listening to them, to be honest. What should we Tom Cruise movie the night, Stevie? Take what one? What it was good during that. Take me back. What Tom Cruise movie? Mission Impossible, Night and Day. What other movies has Tom Cruise been in? You'll be listening to Gordon Duncan tonight on your phone, maybe. Mission Impossible. I feel like I'm on Mission Impossible. Clement is on Mission Impossible. Mission to sack him, man. I just can't be arsed, man. I can't be arsed. Sad and bitter as the orange, annoying orange. Has it been 3 trophies out of 42? Yeah. Yep. 3 trophies out of 42. So what is that? That's 14 seasons. So that's 3 trophies in the last 14 seasons. That works out as that. So that takes you back to 11-12. That's not good enough, man. That's fucking unacceptable, man. You know what I mean? Yo, see 3 trophies out of the last 42. That's even unacceptable for like an Aberdeen, Hearts, or Hibs. And I know they've all been shite, by the way. They've not won many trophies like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll easily have worse records than that. But for us, yo, it's like even if we had like, bear in mind the first couple of years, right? Even if we had like quadruple that, 5 times, 6 times the number of 3, even if we had like 15, it'd be like, it's still not good enough. But fucking 3, man, 3. I want to hide. There we go. Yep, St Johnstone. Yeah, Callum Davidson. More doubles, man. Look at Callum Davidson done. That's a trophy every 4.5 years. Well, if we want to go down that road, what's 4.5 years away from December 2023? May 2028, that's when Phil's contract runs out. Maybe the master plan is a league title 56 in May 2020. I mean, May 2028 is 3 and a bit years away. 3 and a bit years away. Half this chat could be dead. You know what I mean? The world could be in nuclear warfare. Joe Biden could be back in the White House. So much will change in the next 3 years. You know what I mean? I can't wait that long. I physically can't wait for Phil. I can't do it. I can't do it. No, I'm no waiting. There needs to be a protest right here, right? I can't wait till 2028. I mean, my bacon roll review won't even be out in that time. Well, it'll be out in the next week. I'll need to get a video wrapped up. No, I didn't intend for that bacon roll to take up so much of that video, but I might need to do a wee bit of editing in there, folks. Right, that's where we're going to end it. If he gets sacked tonight, I'll be back. If there's more news on it, I'll be back. But check out Fog Football for all that stuff. Behave yourself, Aberdeen and Hearts are wee diddies. He is going to be at the door with a chainsaw. I call him Jim Davidson. I don't know. Yeah, but it's like the point with like Hibs, Aberdeen, and Hearts. Like 3 trophies at 42 for them would still be horrendous. I think if you want to be a big club and you want to be a part of a top 5, and there's us with 3. We are sinking. The standards of absolutely. I mean, we've won 3 at the 42. How much have Celtic won at the 42? It must be something like 34, 35, 36 in that region. St Johnstone have won 3. Hibs won a Scottish Cup. And there's obviously a couple there given to. So it must be like 32, 33. And there's us sitting with 3. We're turning the day club, man. As what we fucking said. And there's just so many people happy clapping it. And see, Twitter's... No, someone definitely... I seen it on Twitter. I didn't hear it on the radio, but it sounds right. 14 seasons would take you back to 11, 12, wouldn't it? I'm good at math, but I just don't have the fucking capacity to even think about it even more. Go to your bed about 6 p.m, Stevie, and dream about Tav scoring that penalty. You know what, man? It's not even like we can sit here and say that was horrific, but at least it got him the sack, because that would be like the slim. It didn't. We're still here. We're still here with him, man. Apparently, since the 2001 season, we've had 18 seasons for a major trophy. Celtic have had 3. Well, how many seasons have we had since then? Is this the 25th season? That's crazy, man, isn't it? That's fucking bogging. Anyway, folks, that's where we're ending it. Appreciate all the super chats. We'll be back later. If you want to check out more stuff, check out Fog Football. We'll be back on there later on, I'm sure. Well, fuck, we will be. Hearts placing. I can't believe there's a draw tonight and we're not in it. I agree. Justice was served. Not much of me. I mean, every fibre of my being wanted Tav to score that penalty, but it would have been wrong. It would have been one of the biggest robberies you would have seen. So it would have been, and it would have been a joke because it was never a penalty, man. It was never. It would have been a fucking disgrace. But it's not even like I can say, well, it got Clement sacked. Tav missing the penalty, it did nothing. So shite. Right, we'll be back later. St Mirren, Hearts, St Mirren, Hearts later on. I'd be looking so much more forward to it, man, if we were through, but I'm not. I'm going to be watching this game fucking depressed. Anyway, gives me a rundown on Hearts for the weekend preview next week. Start all over again. Anyway, till then, peace.